Lawyers and teenagers know that every rule has an exception. Assuming that every rule has an exception as a rule, we know that it would abide by itself and have an exception. Therefore, at least one other rule does not have an exception, proving the statement false. However, if we were to assume absolute truth in this statement, it itself would have no exception, also coming out to be false. Every rule has an exception is an intriguing, incorrect statement. These ideas that boggle our minds with their very natures are called paradoxes. Paradoxes help you understand the world around you and appreciate everything in life. Before we get into paradoxes, you need to be familiar with the idea of Occam's razor. Occam's razor suggests that the simplest solution is the best solution. Therefore, paradoxes are paradoxes because they're paradoxes. They're true because they're true, and they're not true because they're not true. And paradoxes are just ideas that contradict themselves. We categorize paradoxes to better understand them. Two main categories are scientific paradoxes and logical paradoxes. Science is just a complicated way to use logic to come to a conclusion, so all paradoxes are simply tricks of logic. One popular kind of logic paradox is the catch-22. The original catch-22 is explained in a book in which a man is attempting to dismiss himself from military service. He claims that he is insane, but because he has the knowledge of the fact that he's insane, we know that he's really not. If he were truly insane, he would be unaware of his mental state. He can't get out of serving with this approach. A second logic paradox is when someone needs something that can only be obtained by the thing that they need. A good example is birth certificates and identification. You can't get a birth certificate without identification, but you can't get that identification without a birth certificate. You're in trouble. Another kind of logic paradox is opposite day. If someone were to say, it's opposite day today, then everything that occurs during those 24 hours contradicts what one would assume to be happening. Therefore, by saying it's opposite day, we know that it is in fact not opposite day. It's just a normal day. However, if you were to say it's normal day today, then it would just be a normal day. There's no such thing as opposite day on opposite day, only on the other 364 days of the year. Scientific paradoxes are my favorite. They're more complicated and harder to grasp, but the ability to challenge scientific concepts is intriguing. These are called thought or Gedanken experiments because they're not practical in our universe with humans in the 21st century. The first one I'll be explaining today is time dilation. Einstein proposed the idea of time dilation with his twin paradox when he was studying time dilation. Time dilation is the slowing of time when you go at extremely fast speeds, close to the speed of light. Twins are born on Earth. One twin travels around the universe at extremely fast speeds on a spaceship. When he returns to Earth, he is noticeably younger than his brother. They were born near the same moment, yet they are clearly very different ages. The answers that we have for quantum mechanical questions actually just expose more wonder. It's only 2013. This is another thought experiment. Schrodinger's cat is a popular experiment. It's only theoretical because we wouldn't actually kill cats like this, but it's very intriguing nonetheless. It is an example of superposition of states, a paradox. It basically illustrates the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics, which sounds complicated, but basically all Schrodinger's cat does is magnify what some people believe to be true on a subatomic level so that we can better understand it. A cat is placed in a box with a radioactive particle. The particle can decay at any time, triggering the release of poison, thus killing the cat. We can't determine when the particle will decay, and we're not observing the cat in any way, much like we can't observe subatomic particles. The cat is not alive or dead at any time, but both dead and alive. The particle is both decayed and not decayed, and the cat and subatomic particle that it represents share that reality. Accepting the legitimacy of paradoxes is tough. You have to have the right mindset, but with acceptance comes the shift of your mindset from either or to and. Paradoxes can be tough to understand, but when you do, you'll learn how to appreciate even the little things in life, because everything has an interesting component. The wait, what moments can and should be your favorites. Thank you.